It's second week of March and I have held off planting my tomatoes for as long as I possibly can. I can't wait any longer. So I'm going to start seeding my tomatoes and some peppers. I just like to put my sterilized growing medium in large trays. It just works for me. You can see that I have used tape to sort of mark out where I want to plant the seeds. I'm starting to be more organized now. And I actually had some leftover little labels and I use those to mark the space. You can really use anything, popsicle sticks. You can also grow in these little peat pellets. You put them in water and they puff up. That works really well. My tray here actually has holes on it and I'm sitting in a tray that doesn't have holes. So when you water, the water is not going to go all over your countertop. So handy. You can use the full flats. You can plant in individual containers if you want. You can even use egg cartons. Whatever you have on hand will work. Lasagna trays, egg cartons. As long as you're using a sterilized soil mix, it works really well. The 2 tomatoes that I'm working with today, and I do have a tomato problem. I'm probably going to grow about 15 different tomatoes. Don't know how I'm going to eat them all. The neighbors are going to get some, friends are going to get some. The ones that I'm going to use are Black Crim, glorious tomato. It actually tastes like it's pre-salted when you're eating it. It's like a smoky, salty tomato flavor, lovely. And Sweet Million, it just keeps going and going for your cherry tomatoes, for your salads, brilliant. I'm going to do some ancho peppers. I'm going to try smoking some of these. These will be kind of cool in some dishes. We're just going to open our tomato package. You want to sow your tomato seeds about 1/2 inch deep, and I'm going to put 2 rows here. I'm just going to mark them with my fingers. 2 rows. It's just going to be easy. And I'm going to sow them about 1 inch to 2 inches apart. Depending on your seeds, they'll have the recommended spacing. When my seedlings get to be about 2 to 3, maybe 4 inches high, I'm going to gently separate them. So these are the tomato seeds. These are my Black Crim. And I don't have my granny glasses with me, but I'm going to put them about 1.5 inches apart. I'm just going to do one more row here. Now we're going to carefully cover over. That's how I do it. Everybody has a different method. And now we're on to our ancho peppers. I'm going to mark 2 little rows, about 1/2 inch deep. The reason I put the peppers in the middle of my 2 tomato varieties is if I lose a label or they get knocked about, I'll have a separation of varieties at least. So the next one is my Sweet Million cherry tomatoes. I've got the babies in my hand. I've done 2 rows, about 1/2 inch deep. And these are small little guys. They grow into a gorgeous large plant. They will need some staking. I think both of these will. To start these, I like to put mine on bottom heat, so I have a bit of a heat mat, and that just gets the tomatoes and the peppers going. Some little seeds need to be convinced to start, and tomatoes and peppers do love that bottom heat. Now we're going to water our seeds in. And I like to cover mine with a plastic top to keep in the moisture and to keep dog noses out of my garden, Cooper. So this is great. This helps your seedlings get off to a good start. And then once my seedlings are up, I actually like to take mine off because I grow these in a sunny window in my office. I actually have a little fan going, not directly on the baby seedlings at first, but just so that you can have some air movement and it sort of prevents mold, mildew, that type of thing. But that's how I grow my seeds. I'd love to know how you grow yours.